Hey there! Welcome to one more class of the English by the Natural Method course. In this class, we are going to study Chapter 6. What is the name of Chapter 6? It's the garden. Yeah. So, let's start Chapter 6. Mr. Moore's house is in a garden. Mr. Moore's house, that is, the house of Mr. Moore, is in a garden. Yeah, there is a picture at the top of the page. It's the picture of Mr. Moore's house. Where is the house of Mr. Moore? The house of Mr. Moore is in a garden. Usually, the garden is at the front or at the back of the house. The garden, the house of Mr. Moore is in a garden. So the house of Mr. Moore is surrounded by a garden. This is a garden. In the garden, there are many trees. There are big trees and there are small trees in the garden. The big trees are tall, the small trees are low. There is a picture of a tree at the side of the page. A tree. There are big trees and there are small trees. The big trees are tall. The small trees are low. Tall, low. So the big trees are tall and the small trees are low. Where is Mr. Moore's house? It's in a garden. Are there only tall trees in the garden? No, there are also low trees. Is Mr. Moore's house a high house? High is the same of tall. So, is Mr. Moore's house a high, tall house? No, it is not high, but low. But it is higher than the low trees. Let's check out the picture of the house of Mr. Moore. You and I, we can see a house, we can see tall trees, we can see a low tree, and we can see bushes. What is a bush? A bush is this small plant at the front of the house. These are bushes. How many bushes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 bushes in it. Is Mr. Moore's house a high house? No, it is not high, but it is higher than the low trees. Is Mr. Moore's house higher than the bushes? Yes, Mr. Moore's house is higher than the bushes. Is Mr. Moore's house higher than the tall trees? No, it is not so high as the tall trees. The tall trees are taller, are higher than the house.